No. No, this is not good. This is not good. Good morning. Today I have an interview in like 20 minutes. It is for a company that I've previously worked for like 7 years ago. Um, it is not a fantastic job. It's above an entry level, but because I worked for them previously, I think I have like a slight advantage. Now, my goal is to just find a job at this point. It doesn't matter what job because I need to make sure that I have something on the line before I go look for a job that pays a little bit more. This job pays absolute shit. Like the payment, it's only a little bit more than it was like 7 years ago. And, the girl has bills. I cannot afford to just work for my bills and that's it. But I lost, there it is. I was looking for my makeup. Um, yeah, I was saying that I cannot afford to work just for the bills and anything else that I might have, day to day. I didn't have breakfast. I only had a cup of coffee this morning, black cup of coffee, and my hands are like this. I need to go buy coffee today. I was saying that the goal currently is to get a job, any job, um, because I really need to have something. Um, for it to make sense, I have to explain a little bit the works here in Romania. So, when you get a job, you are automatically insured for your health because we do pay like, I think it's like 10% or 15% of our salary. It goes to the health fund. So that means you have a health insurance, and if something happens to you, then you're covered. Like you can go to the hospital and not pay for that. Um, so this is why I want to get like any job at this point, because I want to have the health insurance covered. Um, and I'm looking for anything at this point. So once I have that, I will be able to find a different job with a better pay, because currently what they offer, like I said, it's just a little bit more than what I got 7 years ago when I worked for them. That's the reason why I left, because the payment was shit. But it is what it is. This is the market at the moment. It absolutely sucks because there have been a lot of projects and a lot of places that have closed, and recruiters, companies, they know this, and they can afford to give you like a shitty salary because of that reason. So I will, try to make do. At the moment, I'm looking for anything. Like, I'm not picky. I used to work in a greenhouse when I was 17 because I wanted money, and I survived, you know? I remember that was one of the most difficult jobs that I had. I used to pick grapes, like those grapes you get in the store for eating. Um, yeah, I was 17, 18, something like that. And my mom was living in Italy at that point, and I was working with her. And she found me a job for a family that was not living far away from us. And they were paying me 50 euros a day. And it was just me and the old lady of the house that were doing that. Her son were just coming in the evening to take like the truck to the thingy where they take the grapes. And that's what I did when I was 17. So I've been working for a long time. I am not afraid of work. And tomorrow I actually have a side gig, let's call it. I'm going to somebody to clean their house because, any money is good money. And at the moment, I cannot afford to be left without any sort of payment. And one thing that I have to make a little bit clear is in Romania, you cannot just fire somebody without a good reason. And generally in Europe, because the laws are a little bit stricter than in other countries, and here I'm looking at the US from the things I've seen online, they need to have a good reason for firing you. And what the company where I worked did was, let me put you a little bit closer. What they did was to um, make us not make us quit, but it's easier for them when you quit and they don't have to file like any paperwork, because then they have to work with like the local employment agency, and it's a lot more complicated for them. So if I quit, it's easier for them to just close that role. And to incentivize you to do that, they give you an additional bonus or salary in order for you to say yes to quitting and signing the paper. And that's what I did. I signed, I quit basically, and they gave me two additional salaries. So now I need to get paid, like, I think this week or last no or next week, my salary for June plus two additional salaries. So that's why I'm still okay with not having a job, but that doesn't mean the despair is not setting in, creeping in. Like, you can see it, crawling. Um, it is complicated. This is the market at the moment. It completely sucks, but it is what it is. There's nothing that we can do apart from just, being confident that a job will show up. That's why I'm not saying no to like any gigs that come my way. And I'm going to this gentleman's house tomorrow morning to clean. I clean my house for free. Nobody pays me to do that. So as long as they pay me, I'm happy. And funny, but I do like cleaning. Because what I do is I put on my headphones and I listen to the Wheel of Time. Currently, I'm on book 11. I hope he doesn't mind. During the summer, I don't put any makeup on because it is incredibly hot. Yeah, so I have like 9 minutes left. Luckily, it is a Teams interview, so I don't have to go anywhere. And I do need to eat because my hands are shaking. And this is like my regular like interview attire, just a black shirt. I do have shorts underneath, but nobody's gonna look underneath my desk to see that I have shorts on. 7 minutes. Would you hire me? Of course you would. Say yes. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of bronzer. Sorry, it's underneath you. Just a little bit of bronzer so it looks like I've been in the sun and not avoiding it for the past week. Who else is enjoying the climate change? Because I'm not. We had last week, we had 41 degrees here in Bucharest. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. I hate the heat. I do not like it, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Lucky for me, I was smart enough a couple of years ago to get air conditioning. So thank you, past Julia. You've been very smart with that decision. And I was even smarter because I didn't install it during the summer, like some people do. Because if you need to get like air conditioning in the summer, the wait time to get somebody to come and install it is crazy. And the prices are astronomical. Imagine if you went to an in person interview wearing the things that you're wearing at home when you have an interview. Crazy, crazy. So, my interview is done. It was like a 30-minute discussion. This was like the first discussion, and we'll see how things will go. I say I did okay. I answered all of their questions, I had examples, and so on. I know interviews are take a long time. Let me put you here. There we go. I know that finding a job can take quite a long time. Interview processes, all of that, it's quite complex, but we shall see. I'm very optimistic when it comes to finding a job. And as I've mentioned previously, I'm not totally broke. Like I'm still gonna get paid for like the next 2 months. But until then, it is what it is. And I do want to focus more on YouTube, and I want to make more videos, and I have a whole list of things that I want to talk about. But now we are going to go to the supermarket because I need some food and I need to eat first because I had no breakfast, only a large black coffee, and that's not breakfast. We need some protein. Anyways, talk to you later. Bye. I'm back. I went food shopping because my fridge is almost empty. And I also need to cook tonight. I need to meal prep for this week because I don't have anything at the moment. I think I only have a couple of meatballs left, which I'm going to have today for lunch. And I need to have meals prepped in my fridge. Otherwise, I'm going to be very hectic with my food. And I do not like that because at the moment, I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight, and meal prepping is my jam. That's what I like. So, let me show you what I got. I like it when people show their foods. I think it's a lot of fun. I like to see what other people eat. So, let me show you. I have two food hauls, one from Lidl, one from Kaufland. So, this is it. So, from Kaufland, I got some milk. I got an iceberg salad. I got some applesauce because I want to sorry. I got some applesauce because I want to mix it with chia seeds in the morning. Apparently, it has some really magic ingredients. I got a broccoli because I want to steam it. I love steamed broccoli. I know, weird. Cooking cream. Maybe this summer I'm gonna manage to do tomato soup, hopefully. I got coffee because I was out of coffee and I cannot live without that. I got myself two little chocolates. This one has coffee in it and this one has orange because even though we're on a diet, we don't want to be sad. Sorry for the banging. I got chickpeas. I like the dried ones. I boil them and I put them in the freezer and I have them for a long time. And then I got some bulgur. This is better than rice in my opinion. But of course, my opinion is not the absolute truth. And I got two of these tortillas. I got the whole grain one and I got the corn one. So this is what I got from Kaufland. And from Lidl, I have it here. I got some high protein cheese, cherries, apricots, an adult formula, as somebody calls them on the internet. I got some cottage cheese for tomorrow morning. I got a big tin of tuna in oil, shower gel because it smelled really yummy. I got a t-shirt just to wear around the house, and three pairs of unmentionables because they're really nice and they're cotton and I like that. I like anything that Lidl has. Like, I'm going to search a couple of middle aisle things from Lidl and from Kaufland. I think they're a lot of fun. That's like my favorite place to shop. Weird, I know, but Europe has like a cult when it comes to Lidl. Everybody likes it. They do a lot of, fun stuff. So anyways, that's what I bought at the shop. Oh, and also, let me show you. I forgot. Um, Next to my Kaufland, there's a secondhand shop, and I went there to see what else they have because I haven't seen them in a really long time. And I found a pair of shorts. I do have to wash them, but I rarely find shorts like jeans. And there you go. I think they're really cute. They have these flowery thingies on them, and I think they're gonna be perfect for summer. They're a 44 trend one. I don't know what brand this is, but they fit and I love that. I don't have any like shorts because, being a little bit chunkier, it's very difficult to find clothes. I don't know if you've noticed. So anyways, is there anything better than a glass of cold Coke in the afternoon? Luckily today it wasn't as bad. I think this is like 30 degrees, which 30 is totally doable. If you go 10 above, like 40, like we had the past previous 2 weeks, I think, no. No, 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 no. But let me show you something. Look at him. Yes, they have their own hammock and they kind of fight on it because he likes it and Cleo likes it as well. Isn't he the cutest? Yes, he is. Hey, monkey. Let me just tell you how proud I am with myself and what I've done so far. It's been about an hour and I almost finished my meal prep. The only thing left I have to do is boil some potatoes. And let me show you. There we go. So this is what I did. I've made some, where are you going? Some grilled chicken breast over here. So I'm letting it chill down. I've made some steamed broccoli, which are my favorite. I know, absolutely crazy. These are the potatoes that I have to boil. I just washed them. I have a piece of meat in the air fryer. It's like some pork meat, which is like smoked meat, and I had to cook it because it was taken out of the freezer, and you know that you cannot put it back in the freezer after that. So anyways, and the other two things that I've made for tomorrow, it's applesauce. One is with chia seeds, the other one is with his cousin, psyllium husk. With applesauce. I got some applesauce from the supermarket. I didn't know this thing existed and it was so delicious, but I'm in love with it. I like to drink psyllium husk in the morning with a glass of water, and sometimes it's kind of hard to take down because it's not the most appetizing thing that you can have in the morning, but I think it does make a difference. It has a lot of fiber in it. 10 grams of psyllium husk has like 8 to 9 grams of fiber. Same with chia seeds. I have grounded my chia seeds. I like them better grounded. I know they absorb a little bit better. They look kind of the same. They taste better, in my opinion. They have a very walnutty flavor, and I like it better this way, and it doesn't have that mucousy feel to it. So I left the jar open so they can dry for a little bit, and that is kind of it. I have my chicken, I have my potatoes, I have my broccoli, and that is it. For tomorrow morning, I'm just gonna have some cottage cheese and probably a piece of meat because tomorrow morning I'm going to work. I'm going to, do a cleaning job, and for lunch I'll probably take a protein shake with me. And that's kind of it for the meal prep. It was quick. And I'm very proud of myself. I need to give myself a kiss because I was very efficient. Very, very efficient. This phrase makes me laugh because a couple of years ago I was watching a soap opera. I think it was a Brazilian soap opera. I think it was called Chocolate with Pepper or something. Anyway, that's not the point. There was a lady there that this was her phrase, like, oh my god, I'm so efficient, or how efficient I am. And that has stuck with me and my sister. And whenever we do something, like, oh my god, I'm so efficient. And that is it for the meal prep. I've realized that you can meal prep and keep it simple. And my advice is to have foods that you actually enjoy eating and that are versatile. The chicken breast, you can make it into a wrap with some salad and, have it just simple plain as chicken breast with some veggies on the side and again, a salad. Keep it simple. I love steamed broccoli. I eat them so much. It's crazy because that's the air fryer. Because let's face it, like steamed broccoli, nobody's gonna say it's my favorite food. And the other one that I really love, shut up, that I really love is boiled potato with salt, just with salt. Something delicious. Delicious. Am I a little bit crazy and odd? Maybe, who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna go in the other room because I am cooking in here. It is very hot. I hate cooking in the summer. Anyways, bye. I'm done meal prepping. That is the last step of the meal prep. My potatoes, they still have a little bit to go. This is my pork, I have my chicken, I have my veggies all done. I still have to go to the market. I have a different market that I go to. It's like a farmer's market where you can buy everything. I need to buy cucumber, tomatoes, like any fresh vegetable, because I like making salads in the summer with that. And I also need to make like a sauce. I have some yogurt and I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic, make like a tzatziki kind of sauce because I really like it with, the vegetables. And that is it. I think I have food for the next 3 days, 4 days. I'll keep it in the fridge, I'll keep it cool. I have fruits, I have apples, I have, and I am very happy. And this boy is also very happy. Yes, want to say something? He's waiting. Look at him. He's waiting for a piece of chicken. You want some chicken? I am weak. Let me tell you, I am weak. I think Charlie approves of my meal prep. The chicken is good. It's good, right? I cannot eat without him. Yeah, it's good. I cannot eat without him. If I have any sort of meat lying around, he's gonna be there, present. You're gonna know it. There you go. Yeah, so he took his chicken and he's happy now. There we go, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this really short but good meal prep and, coming with me shopping for the rest of the day. I hope I can give you some ideas of what you can cook for yourself. And that's it for today. Don't forget, like, subscribe. Charlie said so. If you do that, he'll get another piece of chicken. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.